Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your baby girl Cynthia. So if you want to see how I achieved this beautiful look on my beautiful model, keep on watching and don't forget to like, subscribe, share and drop your comments at the comment section as we dive right into the video. So guys, first off, I'll be cleansing her face as usual with my wipes. After that, I'll go over with my Garnier micellar cleansing water from Lbvision. Yeah, I'll be cleansing her face thoroughly to get rid of any dirt on her face. No, you need a neat canvas to work on. So after that, I'll be going right in with my moisturizer from Miss Metic, um from Miss Metic Cosmetic in the shade Bomb. So um I'm spraying that all over her face with my brush. I can't remember the name of this brush. It's been long I got it. I think I got it differently. So I am spreading that onto her face, and after that massage it in and allow it to dry in very well before going over to the next thing. So next I'll be priming her face with my Yanga Beauty primer. So I'll be priming all over her face. So after priming it, I'll spread it all over the skin. Try to blend that in with my brush. Then I'll be going over with my Mehron skin prep to control oil and sweat. I'll be applying that on her T-zones where she tends to oil out the most. And after that, I'll be going over with my Zaron eye control. Apply that onto her nose. That's those areas that, guys, your client oil out more. In fact, just the tip of the nose, under the mouth. I will be also applying that on her brows to keep that place matte. And after that, I'll be going over my Nuban glow to glow her face. Guys, I started doing this. Immediately I started doing it, I saw the difference it makes. So I'm applying that on her cheek, her nose area, her forehead. Just blend that in with your brush very well before going over to your foundation. So over to my foundation, I'm using my Lbvision foundation in the shade Adani. I went in with that Adani and I saw it was actually darker than her skin. Do you know what I did? I turned that shade to a contour. So I used it to contour her forehead area on her jawline. That's where I contoured before going over to get a lighter shade to mix it with the other one. So guys, whenever you're matching a client's skin, if you it's normal to make mistakes. So I actually went in with this olaocha and mixed it a little bit with that okay, no, the before when I used, I think it was akwaugo and it was darker than her skin. So I went in with that olaocha and mixed it with akwaugo, and I'm now applying that all over her face. Those places that I did not contour, I tried to blend it into the contour that I already did. So as you can see, it is now matching to her skin. Guys, when matching the face, you don't, when trying to get your model or client skin to shade, don't match it to her face. That is if her face and her neck and chest is different. Do you get? So you match to the person's neck, because that is what people will see after the makeup. Because if you're matching it to the face, and if the face is darker than the person's body, it will look as if you use the darker powder. But if you're matching it to the neck and her skin is maybe darker or lighter, when you match it to her neck, after the whole makeup, her face and her body will appear the same. So match your client's skin shade to her chest area. Sometimes the chest area, the neck and the face are not the same. Always match with it to the chest. Use your foundation to blend it to the neck, down to the neck, the face. Just match it to the chest area and it will be, you're good to go. And guys, when doing this, blend. Remember the key: blend, 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 and blend. As in, blend as if your life depends on it. Guys, blending is the key. So going over, you can see me blending and blending and blending. So After that, I'll go over and blush her face. You know my usual. That's my Becharm ageless lip palette, and I'm using that shade red. I mixed it with, okay, just I'm using only red. I did not mix it. I'm using only red to the red lipstick. It's from the lip palette actually. Their lip palette, the red shade on it. I'm just using it to blush her face. I use, after blushing her cheeks, I'll go back to the forehead, to with the remaining one on the my beauty blender and tips of her nose before going over to highlight her face. And I'm using that shade nude and honey from my almighty Zikel cosmetics concealer. So first of all, I'll be using the nude shade to conceal before highlighting. Now when you conceal, you use a shade very close to the person's foundation skin shade. That is the first thing you do. Conceal first before going over to highlight, and that is what I'm doing. If you can see, as you can see, this concealer is very close to the foundation that I'm using. So after blending that in, I would be going over with my, I think I used honey and neutral. Is it neutral? I'll be going over after that. After concealing just the forehead, forehead, bridge of her nose, her under eye, and the cheek, I'll be going over with the other shade. That is, I didn't see very well. I'm using it too. That's the lighter one from the two shades I already show you. Shown you. So I'll be applying that in the inner corner of our eye, then blend it out to the other part. Just see as I'm doing it. As you're blending, as you're applying, you're blending. So that part that you used to apply it onto the skin, you use another part that does not have that shade, to blend it into the other areas of the eye. You get? So that is it for this. So continue blending. At every step you blend, each step ahead you blend. So you can see me as I'm applying that, I'm blending it into the skin. I'm blending everything together. There shouldn't be any harsh line. Blend, 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 blend and blend. Blend as if your life depends on it. So over to contour, I'll be using that darker shade that I told you it was darker than her skin shade. So I'll be using it to contour her nose area. So starting off from the under of her brows, I'll come down to the bridge of her nose, try to form a V shape and go down straight. So when doing this, use a fluffy brush, guys. Use a fluffy brush. I'm using a fluffy brush to do that. So as you're applying it, you're blending it in together. And after blending it in, I went over with my beauty blender to further blend it. Guys, blending is the key. Blending is what? The key. So after that, I'll be setting the face with my pressed powder. And before I set the under eye, I'll go over with my beauty blender. You know how we do it. I'll go over and blend it again to make sure that that the eye doesn't crease. Just tell your client to look up, and she should keep looking up before you, after blending it, then you apply your pressed powder. So you apply your pressed powder onto it. After blend, just tell her to keep looking up. She should not look down until you apply the press after you must have applied your pressed powder. Not that I want to bite my lips. So guys, you see, as I'm going over, I am blending it in. Blending is just the key. It's just blending. Everything is blending. So I'm still setting the face. After setting those places I highlighted, I'll go over and set the forehead, the bridge of the nose, and then go over my bridal palette and set all over the face before going over my setting powder. So watch as I do that. So missing these two shades, you see, I'm going to use it to blend all over her face, the forehead area and the other part that I didn't highlight. I'll blend it. As I'm applying it, I'm also blending it into the highlight I've already done. So just watch as I do that. So guys, at this point, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you are wrong. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell to get notification whenever I post new videos. Don't forget to like, drop your comments at the comment section. If you have any question that is related to makeup or anything that is related to beauty that you think I can have answer to it, drop it at the comment section and I will answer your question. Don't forget to share. Remember, sharing is caring. So over to set her nose contour. I'm using that shade to set it. Don't use if I use that darker one, it will apply so harsh. So you use the lighter one, then use that darker one at the upper part of it. You get? So that's it. So to bake her face, I'll begin over with my Merak setting powder in the shade cinnamon to further set and bake at the same time. Guys, as you're applying your setting powder, try to press it in. Press it in as if you're blending the powder into the skin so it sinks in. Don't apply too much. So set it first. Even if you're going to bake, set it first. Set it into the skin. Let it sink into the skin before you bake. So that is me snatching her nose with the setting powder. When snatching her nose, it's a kind of you doing a reverse contour on the nose. So you see, I am snatching that nose. It also helps. This particular technique helps the nose to point out. It's have this effect it gives it. Even after you must have dust the powder off. Then going over to her reverse contour, I'll be reversing her contour side. Just watch as I apply the motion I'm using, and after that I will set her brows. So to set her brows, I'll be setting her brows. After that I'll go over with my hair wax, guys, to brush up her lashes. This helps to control the natural lash so it doesn't move even after you must have applied even after you must have applied all your makeup. If your client mistakenly touches that area, it won't move. So after applying that, I went on to set with the powder, the pressed powder, and I'm going over with this flat brush for Merak and Hegi and Esther brow gel in the shade Nubia. Guys, when I work on a dark skin client or model, I use nubia, but if I'm working on a light skin client or model, I'll use my toffee. So that's me outlining the brows. Outlining, guys, the key to a very good eyebrows is a straight line. Make sure that your line is straight. Even as you curve, the curving should be neat and precise too. So that is me outlining the brows first. After outlining the brows, I'll be filling it in. So I'll be kind of creating a false eyebrow strokes. So I'll be creating those strokes, a kind of an illusion of a brow strokes, the person's natural brows. So that is it. That is how to get a natural eyebrow look. So that's me, creating my strokes. Just watch as I do it and do yours that way. To conceal the brows, I'll be using the same concealer that I used to highlight her face. That's the lightest one to clean up the brow bone. Then I will use her foundation shade to also clean up the inner part and the outer part. This actually helps the brows to blend in very well. There won't be any harsh line. It helps to blend in the concealer. The concealer you're using is a very light shade and it does not match her skin. So to blend it in, to help you blend it in very well so that there won't be harsh line at the end part, just use the person's foundation shade and apply at the outer part and the inner part of the brows. As you can see, the whole thing is well blended, and is well blended. And after that, I'll be going over with my powder to set those areas. I'll be using the shade I use for the concealer to still set it. The same thing, the brow bone, use a powder shade that matches that brow bone, the concealer that I used earlier to set it before going on to your eyeshadow look. So I've already posted this eyeshadow look, so if you haven't watched how I created this beautiful eyeshadow look, just go back to my previous video and you will see how I created this beautiful look with just my powder palette and my pigments. Yeah, that is what I use. So this lippy, I think the lips I use here is the brown shade from my Becharm ageless lip palette. So I'm using that to outline her lips. I'm doing that carefully. After outlining it, you blend it in. As you can see, I'll now use my Becharm ageless lip stain, the shade red, to apply onto the inner part of our lips. And as I'm applying that, I'm blending it into the lips I've already lined, into that brown shade. So as you apply, you blend, you apply, you blend. This lip stain is very, very nice because it blends in very well. It doesn't break. Yeah, it doesn't break. So after that, I'll be going over with the orange shade, a kind of orange. The first one I used was the red, and this one is the orange shade that I used. I applied it in and blend immediately. So you see me applying that orange shade and blending it in. Guys, like I said, blending is what the key. Blending is the key. Each step ahead you blend. On each one, when drawing your eyebrows, after applying your concealer, you blend. Your eyeshadow, blend. Your foundation, blend. Even while setting, you blend it in too, guys. So you blend as if your life depends on it. So that's me going over with that white lip, the white shade, and I'm applying it in the inner corner of our mouth, inner part of our mouth, and blending it out into the other that I've applied. As you can see, everything is well blended. If you blend your lips like this, guys, if everything is well blended, it will always look beautiful, no matter the shade that you want, no matter the color that you want to mix. Just blend it very well. It will be given. So that's me blending. I apply the red shade again at the outer part and blend it into the light skinned and the light blended it into the brown and the nude that I already created, and you see the look that it's giving to the lips. So over to set her face, I'm setting that with my powder, setting all over her face with my powder, setting it, dusting up the setting powder that I earlier applied. So just watch as I do that. So to dust the under eye, just go in with that shade and use it and dust off the powder on the under eye, the excesses on the under eye. So just dust everything out. As you can see, at the long run, my model matted her lips, so I had to still go back to that lips. When I asked her, okay, here, asked her to close, do as if she closed her mouth, and then I dust up that under her nose lip part. You get? So going over, I still went in and blended the lips again. Then to further enhance my nose contour, I went on with that. You see, after I set that place, the things, it kind of went out, so I went in again to re-emphasize that contour. So that is it for this. Then after powdering the face, I'll go over my cheek pop to enhance the blush, a bit blush or blush. As you can see, I'm applying that, I'm blending it in. Blend. I'm doing that with the beauty blender. Blend and blend. So just blending it in. After that, I'll just use the remnants and go over to her the tips of her nose, then went on and on again to still blend the nose area, guys. So going over to highlight her cheek, I'll be using my Tehilla palette, that shade. I've forgotten the shade, but it's written there, the dark shade. I just used it to, blend. Just use a beauty blender and apply that, and it will sink into the skin and it will be well blended too. Apply that on the cheekbone, her forehead area, the tips of her nose. I'll still go back on my small brush to apply it at the middle of her nose, the tips of her nose. I'll still go over to her brow bone. I want that place to shine. Guys. So I'll be using it. I'll be highlighting the brow bone too. So just do your thing, blend in very well. And I'm using my cheek my candy glow here. Sorry I didn't show it. It's my candy glow. I'm using it to further highlight that area. And after that, I went in with my Nuban beauty glow. The glow. Just apply a little on the cheek area, just a little. When it comes to that one, just apply a little, because if you apply much, there's this color that it will give you that you won't like. So if you apply it with heavy hand, or your is your case, just make sure you just dab little. Just a little goes a long way for that Nuban glow. When I'm working with it, I just dab it. I dab a little. So this is me blending the lips again, blending it again. As you can see, it is well blended. Like the lips is giving. So going over to set all over her face with my Kiss Beauty setting spray. I set the face and used my hand fan to fan it, to dry it first before going over with my mascara to brush the under eye. So this part actually adds volume to the under eye, and most times if the person has a longer lash, you get, once it adds volume, it will apply as if you applied a false lash under there, and it makes a whole lot of difference, guys. So as you can see, we have actually come to the final part of this look. After brushing her under eye with my mascara, I'll just gloss the lips, and that is the finished look, guys. She went and matte the lips again. See this girl. I told her not to matte these lips, and she went and matte it. So I think I later had to look, I didn't notice it. If I noticed that she later matte it again, I would have still blended it again. But regardless, it turned out very nice. So that is me glossing the lips, and the final look. Almost see that eyeshadow now. Will you believe that this is powder? This is powder that I used to achieve this beautiful eye look with my glitters. Not glitters, rather, it's pigments. I used my shadow and then use my pigments pop that eye. So this is the final look, the finished look, my modest lead, guys. We slayed. Auto gele done by Sim Beauty, frontal installed by Sim Beauty. Guys, we did a great job. Don't forget to like, comment and share. See you in my next video. Bye.